So, obviously, I want to talk critically about police brutality, sociological forces, and how sociological forces impact and negatively impact black and non-heterosexual lives. I am in a crowd in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, where we are protesting the ultimate decision of Breonna Taylor, another case in the hundreds and hundreds of publicized and unpublicized acts of violence against people in these bodies, and white heteropatriarchal forces once again at the reign, obviously, and impacting the most vulnerable of intersections as it relates to Breonna Taylor. There are people of all colors and creeds, ethnicities in this crowd. The most impacted of us, the most distant of us are in this crowd. And it takes camaraderie. We didn't get ourselves as black non-heterosexual individuals, as black people, and as people away from the white heteropatriarchal structure. We didn't get ourselves in this situation, so we should not be the ones alone to help solve this. Keep in mind also we're in the middle of one of the world's worst pandemics and are still out here in the streets, masks on, but when you attack someone at their existential nature as well as their sociological nature, at this point, what is a pandemic if I have the chance of being killed on the street for nothing? Killed for sleeping in my bed, like Breonna Taylor. Killed for even a minor offense, like George Floyd. Killed while being on a playground, like Tamir Rice. Killed for walking in my neighborhood, like Trayvon Martin. Killed for minor traffic stop, like Philando Castile, and many, many, many others. This pandemic no longer matters to people whose lives are literally on the line for simply existing. Once again, our existential natures are in danger. So I'm going to upload a few clips, include some publications, some knowledge, some resources, some ways that you can be an advocate, whether you're physically present or not. Justice! Now! So there are militia and military guards here with assault rifles here at the Capitol who are actually ready and prepared to shoot at any time. There are citizens who are actually running away. It is an unbelievable scenario. They are shooting at us. They are actually shooting at us. Us exercising our capacity to exercise our freedom of speech peacefully, mind that. Nobody has fired a weapon. Nobody has done anything. There is the National Guard, and the National Guard has shot at us.
When they tell us to move,
yeah,
they're gonna let the police cars in. So y'all gotta block the roads. We gotta keep the roads blocked.
Got it.
I pulled back there. I ain't moving my shit.
What happens, because we are literally blocking police cars in, and military individuals in the National Guard in. So if we release and let up, we are letting those individuals in. And, you know, considering we're here because of the death and killings of police officers, who knows what will happen when we let those individuals in. So there appear to be police cars coming, but they literally cannot get in. The police cars would literally have to get out on foot. You have the ambulance coming. You have an individual right now arguing with a militarized individual right here. It is an insane scenario. And keep in mind that there is no element and way in which we can even personally identify the officers that have shot at. She just told us to get in the cars and roll our windows up. There's a substantial sized police truck behind us. That is a military style, military level, military grade police car that is behind us. They are instructing us to back up. They are instructing us to back up.
I want you to get into a wreck, okay?
Okay.
Figures, watch out. Figures, watch out. All right, go ahead and start backing up, bud. Right there. That was got her.
So there are entire police force who are instructing us to...
You need to cut the wheel, see? You got one right here on your left, all right?
Got it.
Put the phone down and you can drive.
So the officer instructed me to put my phone down. However, in the event that something happens, I would have no footage if I put the phone down. So I'm going to keep my phone exactly where I am.
Take your left turn, your right turn, please. Be careful, partner. Come on back.
So we have been forced off of the protest lane. I'm pretty sure that anybody and everybody else who is on the battlefield will be arrested. Unbelievable scenario. Truly unbelievable. I hope everyone ends out safe. We've already been shot at. I can't stress that enough. The fact that they would have the audacity to shoot at us when there was no violent activity. And even if there was violent activity, the audacity, there have been many, countless cases that I can give, show, and cite where it did not end violently, where there were not shootings. One thing that somewhat surprising and somewhat not is that when the U.S. National Guard shot at me and shot at the group of 4 people who were around us, my stress did not go up. Neither did when the militia-style SWAT truck by Atlanta Police Department coming up to forcefully move our cars out of the way did my heart race or anything. I always knew that the extension of white supremacy and the continuation, the systemic continuance of white heteropatriarchy would always lead to this, regardless of any other affiliation, any other moniker, any other saying. If there is not explicit, intentional, forceful anti-racism, anti-colorism, anti-feature discrimination, this has the capacity to happen. I feel a bit ashamed because we were the car brigade that blocked them from having access. So as they were moving us out of the way, that gave them direct and open contact to the protesters who were peacefully protesting in that space. Regardless of anything else, we have a set constitutional right. Anything else that is compounded. I knew that me in my black body, in my black non-heterosexual body as well, that I could not even carry to the end of an existential need, both as a sociological and existential need and barrier to the fullest extent, because if I get arrested, on top of the social difficulties, constructs, and forces that already make it difficult for us to attain employment, this would be an additional added barrier just for fighting for my existential right. So I can't even fight to the fullest extent for my own existential right without having to worry about my ultimate existence being compromised, because if I don't have a job, I have no means of paying for my shelter, for my food, for everything that I need to exist. And to be able to fight for your rights to the end, to the fullest extent, is a privilege. And then again, I also have to question myself in saying that if I cannot fight for myself and fight for my people who exist in my body as well to the fullest of the extent, do I deserve to live? Am I always just playing a sociological game where I fit into a piece and don't dare try to ask for your right to exist as we do? Because that's not the case.